does it keep doing that?
Wait, check, cash, money, yeah. If you're not about the paper, what you talking to me for? What you talking to me for? Talking to me for? Hold up, wait, check, cash, money, run it. If you're not about the paper, what you talking to me for? What you talking to me for? Talking to me for? I'm all out of faith, forgive my behavior.
Flaunt, Dark Gift, Record. Dark Record. Dark Record. Dark Record. Dark Record. Dark Record. Flaunt, Dark Gift, Record. Dark Record. Jacob, Dot, Jacob, Dot, Jacob.
What's up, y'all? What's up? 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 Welcome back to Flux Vision, episode 36. I am Flux, aka W.O. White III, your host, facilitator, your guide through the Flux Continuum. And hey, welcome for everybody who showed up. Let me move this a little bit so I can see. Attempting to make some big things happen. Hey, so I got some news, y'all. You know, we know I didn't make it to the NerdCon. Good thing is it's all over Facebook. So, you know, for you guys with a social media, you can go out there and check it out. It was canceled. So imagine me getting in a car driving from here. I mean, in the truck driving from here to Atlanta, and I live in El Paso, Texas. So that's what 20 plus hours of fighting traffic, grueling, right? Sleeping away from the safety of home and all of that, and getting all the way there. So I'm glad that I didn't make that trek because I wouldn't have found out until I got there. Also, let me go ahead and pull this show off. Let's go ahead and remove that. This is my screensaver. So I figured I'd start sharing with you all what it is that I'm doing. Okay. And quick caveat, a quick segue. I had somebody ask me about this white car and why I keep putting it on that white car there. There we go. That white vehicle there, that's a partner of my car. I said all that wrong. That's a partner's car. That's a friend of mine's car. And he came to me one day and he said, "Hey, can I use one of your Zodiac characters, the Aries character, right?" And the Aries character is right here. And there are other, shots and angles of the car, but the vehicle. But yeah, she's right here. So that's Ember right there, y'all. She's huge and she's on the car. And he takes the car and he built it basically, y'all. He had a frame and I think an engine. I want to say primer, all of those things that happen to a vehicle. And he built it all the way back up to what you see today, and he puts it in car shows and whatnot. So Flux is getting getting shout outs, all over the place. So again, for everybody who does it, thank you, I do appreciate that. Let me remove that. Bam, I'm back. All right, so want to give a shout out to my man Wasenki Baminde. That's my main collaboration investor, if you will. He's the one that made sure, I'm finding out everything now, right? Who made sure everything happened for the NerdCon. He put a special word in and whatnot with some people in ATL. So, I end up getting on the list, but because it didn't happen, it's what it is. It's what it is. So it just wasn't our time. If you check the store on Whatnot, and I'll be selling on Whatnot, check the store, you guys. I pinned some things to it. We put out some new mini posters. I call them mini posters, right? They're 8 by 8.8 times 11. So they the size of a piece of paper. They're mini posters, but vivid colors. Information on each of the characters. Maybe I should have pulled something out. I almost got my first sale yesterday, but I guess maybe I didn't have everything set up, but it is set up now. We've done a test, and I don't know if you guys saw it yesterday, but I did a quick test and I was on for maybe 3 to 4 minutes. Got a lot of things that are coming in now. Everything that's Zodiac related. We'll probably be putting some of that stuff. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's Aries. That's Aries. That's Aries. I don't know if you guys can see that now. But anyway, these are zodiac. There we go. Almost right there. Zodiac pendants, y'all, and bracelets. And we got a couple other bracelets, probably based off the characters, color scheme wise. But yeah, we got other zodiac paraphernalia that's coming. And last thing before we get started, y'all. So what I propose, okay, so that we can start getting Flux Continuum merch out into the world, is I have an algorithm, or I have a formula, and the formula is weird, so it'll be me, and I'll give you the next step. So, for instance, the first 10 purchases, okay, and they will go into my raffle, okay, my raffle wheel, okay, and then somebody will win, and I'll send them something, okay. The first thing will be small. It'll be like $5, right? We'll start at the bottom, $5. The next thing will probably be like a $10 gift. Um, then we'll jump to probably maybe a book. After that, we'll probably go to maybe some of those comics and stuff I have over there, okay? Because I have some comics. And I did say in April we were going to start, but I was ramping up for, don't make a lot of excuses, right? We were ramping up for the Urban Nerd Con. So, with that took priority. But now that we're back, hopefully, before I even go to pick up my son, we'll start putting out some of this merch that we have here, and also I'll start auctioning off some of these old comic books and stuff, things like that. I'll put it out so you guys can auction. So we can at least start doing something. So many people get their product, and maybe my stars will go up, okay? Because I haven't gotten anything yet. All right. Now let's get into the story, because again, I do like to get into the story. Last thing. The slideshow that you guys are looking at, or the screensaver that you guys were looking at, that's me sharing with you guys what's coming. Okay. I can't really talk about everything because the book has some, chronological order that it's in. So, I can't put too much out. But what I can tell you guys is I've gotten to a point now in the book. I'm on book 5, right? I am selling book 1, 2, and 3. You can get it bundled for $55, but it's a lot of that stuff pinned to the store. I want to be repetitious and always keep talking about the brand. Yeah, you guys know the brand is what we're talking about. It's everything that's behind me. Everything is Flux, but it is pinned to the store. But that slide, anyway, so I'm getting to the point now in the book, in the story. I'm getting ready to write the final battle of the Lords of Order, the Lords of Chaos versus the Lords of Order. Okay, so it's getting ready to happen, y'all. And I mean, you guys won't see it until book 5, right, is released. But I want to keep you guys abreast, though, kind of how like the story's going. And, I mean, there's so much going on. And we got the Zodiac Guardians who are like right there in the middle of it all, y'all. All right, so let's go ahead. Let me do a quick recap of what we did yesterday. Oh, yesterday was brutal, right? We talked about Ember yesterday. We pull up that Ember. So yesterday we talked about Ember and what she went through when it came to she was at the biometrics facility, and she's still looking for her sister. She's demanding that the people there, because again, she knows, hey, you guys had something to do with this. So she's I'm gonna go ahead and use the proper etiquette and use the term. I don't really like the term, but I'm gonna use the term unalived. So she unalived a lot of people, right? And I mean, it's all in because of what transpired when her sister got kidnapped and she was sold into as basically a slave. I hope you guys can put everything together, because I was told, like, we want to stay politically correct. And I did write the books for basically children, maybe 10 to 13 and up, what I mean? So they can enjoy the story, but at the same time, the people our age, what I mean? Hey, a lot of gems, y'all, a lot of gems, a whole lot of things that I talk about that should make your mind go, But anyway, we were talking about Ember. So before Ember, though, I introduced you guys to the last Alpha Guardian. And the last Alpha Guardian last Saturday was Karma. So this is Karma, the Piscean. So Karma is from magic. Something has attacked Pisces. I didn't let you guys know yet. Something has attacked Pisces. One of the moons pretty much was fragmented, and Karma was pushed into a portal by her mother, and her father went to fight the invading enemy. I'm gonna just leave it at that. And then we go to Ember. Ember is back from the corona of the sun. She's down to earth. She's at the biometrics facility. She's asked these people to give me my sister. They keep playing. So she unalived so many people. She has one of the receptionists, right? The one with the little sly sneer, gave her too much, So she grabbed her. She's basically threatening her that she's gonna, burn off her limbs and stuff. And she wants to know where they took her sister. And the woman eventually, she gives it up. And soon as she gives it up, we got two heroes that show up. We have Pulse. Pulse teleports in, and he has remember, Pulse is from the PCPD, okay, in Hawaii. He was the cop, Jonathan Watson. And we have Marae Collins, who was from where was she from? El Paso, Texas, right here where I'm at, right? She's the local hero, if you will. So she's from and both of those guys, they come in and they're attempting to save the woman, and in the process, Friction realizes, even though she has super speed, she realized that, hey, this my enemy or this woman burns so hot that even at super speed, when I return back to normal speed, whatever I had to endure in super speed, that's what's going to happen to me. So Friction learns that, and then I also let the audience know, I let everyone know, that the reader, that at super speed, Friction can do so much. But when she returns to normal speed, not with everything, with Ember, okay, with Ember, she's going to deal with the repercussions. She hit her, and her hand is burning. Pulse protects the young lady, the receptionist, and Ember just said, "You know what? I'm tired of playing." And she said, "Give the woman back to me." She collapses the biometrics facility, and she lets them know, next time I won't be so generous. And she flies off to Ramia. I don't know how to say it, y'all. My bad today. But anyway, Ramia, Rama, Anyway, she flies off to go find her sister because that receptionist did point her in the right direction. Post teleports him, Friction, and the wounded receptionist away, and then we ended it right there. So that brings us up to where we are now. Okay? And yeah, y'all, I think I'm gonna start having a little bit more fun. I think I've been way too in my mental. I'm overthinking things, attempting not to tell you something, just trying to get into a general fluid motion of just, giving you guys a story. Shout out to everybody who came out today. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you notice, I did leave a message at the top of the feed, the stream, to let you guys know you can get your authentic merch. I want to make sure I keep pushing that, because the more we sell, the quicker book 4 comes out. It just, it's where I'm at in my life right now, y'all. It's kind of like my next goal. So if you guys ever had goals, ambition, and all that, I'm sure you guys do, because we got a lot of people on Whatnot. And we even though we got purchases on Whatnot, we do have a lot of business on Whatnot. So you guys know what I mean when I say ambition and all of that. And even though I'm on book 5, I'm pretty much halfway through it. I'm at a point now where, it's time for book 4. It's just where I'm at mentally. Remember, I've been doing this since 2011 when I first started. I opened up the Flux Continuum and I started creating. And, now I have a glossary that's about 110 pages. It's just a whole lot of notes and everything. It's not in any particular order, but I mean, it's my glossary, right? But yeah, right now where I'm at right now, I'm ready to release book 4. I'm ready for people to take the story serious. And, let's start delving into it. Let's bring those animators, those cartoon guys, the comic book guys, all that. Let's get it. Let's get it. So, look, I'm getting ready to put this video clip on. The first one is going to be W.L. White III. Remember, he's the reporter and the documentarian in the Flux Continuum. And after that, we'll go straight into Commander Trimble. He is the recon. He is the one that Gravtate sent to recon where Gravtate believes the other orbs are. Okay, so that's where Commander Trimble is on his way to. I call today's story A Changing World for W.L. White III, and then for Commander Trimble, I call that The Bright Blue Prey. All right, this is Flux Vision episode 036. And here we go, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and put these two clips on. Let me turn this music off. Pause. I hope it's not too much background noise, y'all.
W.L. White III, World Internet News, Portable IQ Matrix, Earth. The count has increased to 5 enhanced humans, and they're surfacing across the planet. As W.L. looks over the report, he wonders if this is Earth's new reality. 4 enhanced humans have come forth to assist the world's governments in preparing for an impending alien invasion. According to statements given by the enhanced humans, our world will soon face a superior alien race. Several media outlets believe the enhanced humans are a distraction to establish a new world order. U.S. government officials have endorsed InTech, and yes, our world is changing. Even with the technology InTech has made available, he states it's not enough to effectively defend our world. It is rumored Earth's governments have witnessed visual confirmation of alien life forms. The 5th enhanced human has emerged and is answering to Ember. She has brought destruction to the northern region of the Amazon rainforest. It is confirmed 42 people have been liquefied during her destructive path. A survivor has stated for the record a violent confrontation occurred between several of the enhanced humans. This survivor has asked that we keep their identity secret. The source fears persecution from Ember. It is believed they have history. The unidentified source gives credit to Pulse and Friction for saving their life. The biometrics facility was destroyed when it was swallowed by a massive sinkhole. Ember continues to evade capture and has not been seen since the attack on the biometrics facility. WL recently received another shipment of new equipment. It has been aptly named Impact Armor, a personal defense unit to combat alien threats. The container includes a lightweight military-grade body armor and an alkaline-based gene nutrient infusion, which is used to boost the human immunity system and cure all known earthly viruses and diseases. This will ensure every citizen is capable of participating in the defense of our planet. The UNHQ has released blueprints and concept designs to every country. InTech has further proposed the Extant Agenda, a strategy to ensure the survival of man. It will include every citizen of this planet, ages 15 to 70. For the survival of the planet, humans are involuntarily drafted into military service. The Extant Agenda will propose the declassifying of man's stature. There will no longer be multiple classes of man, only a human contingency. The 4 enhanced humans are now appearing globally in an effort to assist world governments in maintaining and preparing people for alien contact. The threat of an alien invasion has uprooted the worst of today's society. More civilians are coming forth demanding InTech show proof of an alien invasion. Commander Trimble, Command Center, Optic Canal of Muerg, Ventura, Cooper Belt, Milky Way Galaxy. The Muerg initially resists when commanded to enter the anomaly. It no longer rebels against Commander Trimble's mental instructions. Now he is free to roam the observation deck. The Cooper's shell is a very busy place. The Muwerg has to evade planet-sized moving objects traveling in close proximity. The Ventura's hypersenses locates a familiar energy signature, something believed to have originated from Cancer. The energy signature is coming from much deeper within the Cooper. Once the Muwerg targets the familiar signature, the beast settles down and passes through the Cooper shell with ease. As the Muwerg flies deeper, scans reveal life gases and various unknown elements. Commander Trimble notices the inner planets have a more stable environment. Once it passes the external ring, the Muwerg increases speed towards the energy signature. Since entering the Cooper anomaly, the exchange network has been recalibrated twice. The deeper the Muwerg travels into the anomaly, the more interference the network receives. Commander Trimble contemplates the reason Supreme Gravite sent him, and if he is aware of a possible Bakrata society. Before the Muwerg enters the cloud's internal environment, 2S Danger reports the energy signature is coming from a dwarf planet. Commander Trimble peers through the Muwerg's optical viewports, his antennas eagerly waving at the glowing blue planet. The Muwerg's antennas register a significant increase in magnetic forces beyond the barrier. He ponders the possibility of losing access to the exchange. Without it, Cancer can't witness his greatness. Commander Trimble knew they may have to enter, so he ran scans on the inner core's environment. 2S Danger, begin an exchange effect simulation. Implement magnetic force variables and wave scenarios. I want to know what we're dealing with. The blue planet tethers on the distant edges of the star's corona, achieving an optimal solar position near its thermal nuclear star. The scans reveal a planet generating a repetitive cycle of pure essence. His antennas wave eagerly at the possibilities that may exist and the glory that will follow. Once 2S Danger completes the exchange and magnetic simulations, the Ventura enters the internal environment beyond the asteroid field. Commander Trimble gives orders for the Muwerg to cloak. Its antennas begin to glow and its massive frame fades from sight. Commander Trimble sways the Muwerg into stealth maneuvers as it slowly stalks the shiny blue planet.
All right, y'all. We back. Yep, yes, we are. We're back. And that's what we're doing tomorrow, huh? Okay, we're gonna wake up another orb wielder tomorrow, y'all. Commander Trimble. WL White the third. So, as we can see, as the book is starting to progress, we've already completed the introductions to all the main characters. We're on page like 92 now, y'all. No, we're still not done. We're still not done. Look, y'all, I look at the book or the story, like book one is the first season, right? I'm giving out information on each episode, if you will. So the sub chapters you're going through, those are like mini episodes, right? Or possibly a two-part an episode that has two different I don't want to say plots, but they give out, two different directions on where the story is going. Okay. So now we're at WL White the third. He's talking about I guess, what I mean, because they have an idea that it's gonna be, I want to say 8 humans, because 8 humans disappear in a flash of light. So they kind of already know. Now they starting to accept, hoping that all the heroes will come back. He's aware that now there are 5 of them. Okay, Ember is here. She's answering to the name Ember. She's told people her name's Ember. So, but Ember hasn't come forward to let Earth know like everybody else did. Integ went to the UN. Pulse followed them. Friction followed them because she found out, her mom and dad told her, hey, like the other guys on TV, and she looks at the TV, so she ends up running to the UN from El Paso, which is nothing for her, right? Then Ember shows up. But Ember doesn't come in and say whatever, hey, I'm here to save the earth, da da da. Nah, she's immediately looking for her sister. We went through that yesterday. What happens when this twin goes for her sister, okay? So now they understand, they have an idea. Remember, when Gravte has an understanding and he has ideologies, or what do I call it? I call it ingenuity. He has been exposed to ingenuity now. He kind of knows, and remember, he gave Commander Trimble the direction or a heading trajectory in which he need to follow, because that's pretty much where he believes that the orbs are. Just like that, the humans too, even though they went through a lot. Again, I know you guys don't know all, what's going on until book 2. But even though the humans have been through a little something, they're aware of Gravtate. They're not aware of his intentions, but they're aware of him. Just like he picked up on their ingenuity, they picked up on his demeanor, if you will. Okay. Kind of like Gravtate was kind of in duress. Remember, his planet just got snatched from its rim. So he's still going through something, and they can feel that. All right. So the distraction to establish a new world order. Oh, so again, remember, W.L. White means you're not watching the show if you're calling me. All right, so the face of superior alien. Okay, so W.L. White is a guy, the reporter, right? He's giving you guys insight on how the world is looking at this new world order, if you will, right? The world is changing. We got people flying now, and under their own power and whatnot. So he's basically telling you that a lot of people or several media outlets are pushing the agenda of a new world order, and the enhanced humans are probably like the authority, right? The force, the police force that's going to keep everybody in line. That's kind of what I was hitting at, so you guys could, okay, what's going on with the world? That's what's going on with the world. They're trying to push that agenda. I also said the United States government officials have endorsed Intech, and you got to understand that's most likely because I already told you guys that Intech has been giving out technology. Okay, so he kind of looks like he's not the enemy. He's easily plugging some of the theories, and we'll get to that eventually, y'all, because he's actually going to face people and he's going to tell them you're wrong, right? But for right now, he's giving out technology. Like, so if all we have is matter propelled weapons and somebody shows up and teaches us how to make, I don't want to say lasers, but energy propelled weapons, it changes the game, right? Because they're technologically more advanced than us, but at the same time, they're not here forcing us to do anything. They're just giving us technology. Intech is releasing all of this stuff over the IQ matrix, okay? That's like the communication. That's how everybody communicate on Earth. And that's the influence that Gravte had on the Earthlings. Remember, Gravte has an exchange that they already do. And then Intech comes immediately back and makes the IQ matrix something that it's an information query matrix. So it's like a question and answer, but it compiles all the readily available information that we have on this planet concerning whatever topic you inquired about. And the AI does what it does, and then the same as our chat bot. But this, remember, y'all, I did this in 2011. I didn't have a chat bot at the time. So, but anyway, I was already thinking ahead. I always been told I'm ahead of my time. All right. So even with all the information, or even with all the technology Intech is giving them, this is what W.L. White the third is reporting. It's still not enough to effectively defend a planet. Defend our planet. Okay, so he's letting you know, even though I've released all of this, these are just crumbs when it comes to defense of the planet. So he's letting them know this is not effective. So I also released, well, WL White III releases that it is confirmed 42 people have been liquefied. And like I mentioned earlier, Ember was only killing people, correction, unaliving. She was only unaliving people that she believed had something to do with her sister's death. Okay. So if you look at a biometrics facility, it could be running around with maybe in excess of 300 to 500 people. And I also mentioned that there are several levels. So are we looking possibly 1,000 people? Okay. Maybe. I don't know. But it's a lot of people there. And she only, right? she only unalived 42. I'm laughing because, you know, she had the power and she went in and said, you know, this will be justice. Then we had, you know, the snitch, right? I mean, I guess I was snitched too if somebody was threatening to kill me and, you know, like pretty much drained my body, dehydrated me. It took some other guys to show up and save my life. We're talking about pulse and friction. So technically, I'm letting you guys know a survivor has stated for the record a violent confrontation occurred between several of the enhanced humans. So she's eyes on, you know what I mean? And she's the best one to give that report because nobody else was down there. Remember, I didn't say there were other people or anything. It was just her. All right. Oh, it says the survivor has asked that we keep their identity secret. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of how we talk, right? And you guys have seen those conspiracy theories where they got the person's shadow in the sitting down in a chair, but they got them like right in the shadow so you can't see their face and make them out, and they might slightly distort their voice. That's kind of what my mentor was at the time, y'all. I'm just being honest. That's what was going on, y'all. All right. Oh, the biometrics facility is no longer there. It was destroyed when it was swallowed by a massive sinkhole. So when Ember expanded her solar wave field to burn Pulse and all of them, remember Pulse, friction, and reception is teleported out, but that giant sinkhole, that's what the humans see because they didn't see the fight. Yeah. So I'm letting you guys know, to them, it was a giant sinkhole that came and swallowed up the biometrics facility. Oh, okay. And WL White, you know, he's VIP in the Flux Continuum. So he's one of the first people who received the new equipment. And I called it impact armor, right? It's a lightweight armor that I came up with, and it works in unison with something called 3VGs, okay? And 3VGs were like they could probably be used with contacts too, okay? But in theory, my idea behind it was maybe I wish I had my shades on. Like some shades, maybe in your design, if you will. An earpiece and like a phone, right? Your communications actual, so the IQ matrix, right? An earpiece so you can hear what's going on because you can't run around holding your phone while you're trying to save your life, right? So imagine if our military forces had a lightweight armor that could take small arms fire. So like it basically it's a breakdown of impact armor. I think I have it in the definition. I might go look it up. Let me look it up, y'all. Let me look it up. Let me see what I put for the definition of impact armor. All right. Here we go. So this is what I wrote for impact armor, okay? It is a lightweight military grade body armor specifically designed for civilian interface. It has a gene nutrient infusion capable of making the human aura. You know, they say we always had this aura, right? So now through the impact armor, you should be able to see somebody's aura. You know what I mean? It kind of helps with, it's more of like a spiritual thing, but at the same time, if you're sick, it can help you define what type of sickness. Yeah. Okay. The three VGs are used to access weaponry and IQ matrix resources through retinal verification. So again, you know how you always got the shades, and they always have these little diodes and little things moving around the screen, but it's like an internal virtual screen. You can see what's going on around you, but at the same time, there's these diodes and these virtual screens and stuff. All this little stuff. You guys can watch sci-fi. Come on now, y'all know what I'm talking about. Um, and then it says 3VGs also provide a real-time upload streams with micro camera units. So whatever you're doing, it can be immediately streamed through the IQ matrix without you having to go to whatnot, stream play, and bring it up. It's just if you get attacked, bleep bleep, and it's happening. You're streaming what you see. So now everybody else can see it. They can access that. Remember, I told you it's kind of like the what do you call it? It's kind of like the exchange hive mind, right? Everybody shares information. Integ made the IQ matrix so it can be the same way. Okay. The IQ matrix, and then the AI will extrapolate anything that's concerning that. So if somebody said something, I need this, and you end up seeing the enemy first, that vision, that imagery that you streamed across will be some of the stream that the other person who inquired about it sees. It's basically, y'all, it's a micro unit with cameras and all types of stuff, but it's not bulky like the technology we have today, like even the space suits, right? So imagine, come on, here we go. Who we talking about today? Doesn't matter. Let me use her. Imagine a spacesuit being like this. Smooth. I mean, it's lightweight, it's trim. It can protect you in space. We don't have that type of technology right now. So because we don't have that technology, and our spacesuits are real bulky. Matter of fact, they look almost like the suits for the underwater, you know, with the underwater when they got the big pot on top of your head and you got this big bulky suit so you can move around in the depths when you go out, when you leave the craft you're in. So yeah, it's kind of like the impact armor can be upgraded with AI military applications. So if okay, so I told you guys I was in the military, right? So imagine me being, I got the IQ matrix right here too. Let me go ahead and read that while I'm at it. What is the IQ matrix? It's an information and query matrix. It is a user-based network developed and implemented by Intech. It links all intelligence resources and technological assets to extrapolate and compile data. It facilitates the distribution of intelligence. It facilitates the distribution of intelligence to those that require access. It is an individually user-configured interface that is accessed with Impact Armor. It is continuously updated in real time, allowing users to stream live footage to the masses. So, you know how right now if something needs to go viral, the Impact Armor, and if an alien fell right in front of me and started attacking me, I turn the camera on, and anybody who's monitoring anything that's, you know, epic, they immediately see it. It's the new thing that's coming on. It's levels 15. Who cares, right? But it immediately alerts the world, and everybody who wants to see what's happening can see it. All right, I can't believe it took that long to explain that. That's on me, y'all. That's on me. But I kind of want you guys to see the vision because that's something simple in the flux continuum. But I always feel like I have to explain it because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just think I'm that creative or whatever, you know. But again, I'm not, right? Because we got so many people that's already doing it, and I'm using them to explain what I'm explaining. So, hey, y'all work with me, man. Y'all work with me. I'm getting it together, babe. That's the CEO, y'all. That's the CEO to my get it together. All right. So alkaline. Okay, we already talked about the impact armor. And the gene nutrient infusion, it's basically so Intech is smart enough to understand what the body needs to survive. So what he did was he created this, and this will stop all the viruses. Now, if you get stung by a bee or something, you still got to deal with that unless you're allergic to it. I'm allergic to bees, so I would probably go through some type of allergic reaction. Some people just get stung and it hurts, so you'll still go through that. But those who are like stung, then my body would kick in and produce whatever it needs to, so I wouldn't go through the allergic reaction. Yeah, you guys kind of get that? All right, so the gene nutrient is because even if you're old, so let's say I'm 50, I'm 52. I'm not gonna say I could necessarily go back into the military at my peak, but that gene nutrient, it'll help strengthen my muscle and my bones. So I'm not, put it like this, I'm probably like 40 in health. You feel what I mean? The cells have gotten an energy boost. Your muscles have strengthened. Your bones, they solidified, even if they would turn into mush or whatever. And that's what it does, because everybody has to fight. I think he called it the extant agenda, and it's everybody from the ages of 15 and up. So, and they might get worse, right? But for right now, it's everybody from 15 to 70 years old. Intech knows what's pretty much coming. He knows that power isn't given away. And because that power came to Earth, something's going to come look for that power. And when it gets here, it doesn't care about the humans. It only cares about the power. It's all part of the plan, y'all. Anyway, after that, the 4 enhanced humans are now, okay, so they're going around the globe, assisting the world with like creating some of that technology I told you, maybe moving that technology around, putting it where it needs to do. And then at the end, it says, the threat of an alien invasion has uprooted the worst of today's society. It's just saying, like, I don't want to use the F word, but they come out at night, right? So basically, now that we have a threat of an alien invasion, everybody, all the weirdos who say they knew that the aliens were coming, the Area 51 people, the Hadron Collider, I can only imagine all these type of places, right? The haunted people, everybody's coming out because it said the worst of today's society. Anyway, more civilians are coming forth demanding Intech show proof of an alien invasion. So he can't really prove it yet because all they have is the technology. They have, the cyanotech armor. Even though it's celestial in nature, it also lets them know that we're not alone. We can't create this, right? So that's basically what Intech is trying to get them to understand. They're going to demand it until it happens. So let's get to it. Now, I'm not segueing. I'm just going to the next person. Okay. So after W.L. White basically compiled this information and documented it, right? Chronological, put everything in chronological order. Commander Trimble. So I look at it like, hey, we was watching that part of the show or that part of the animation, and then we switched over to the next the part of the story. But Commander Trimble, so we following him now. So again, y'all, I think I went on and told you guys that, and maybe I shouldn't have, but it'll eventually be in there. The merge. It doesn't deal with Ethereum. Animals are smarter than us, right? I mean, you have guys ever saw a weather phenomenon getting ready to happen, a hurricane coming, anything, right? The animals are out. They already know what it is. We are the ones that look around, look into the sky, and hope it's not that bad. Or we have to have somebody report it to us. Maybe we're not as in tune as we should be with the planet, right? That's what it comes down to. All right, so anyway, the Murge, they're driven, if you will, right, by mental stimulation. So those who have a strong brain, those who have the capacity for great intelligence, they can fly them. They can fly Mirage, right? Because they can enforce their will on the Merge. Okay, instead of doing what the Merge want to, they do what the Merge does what they want the Merge to do. So I know it kept saying the Cooper belt. No, it's the Kuiper belt. At least that's my understanding how Kuiper is supposed to be pronounced. Kuiper, right? So he's talking about the Kuiper shell. Basically, they've made it, right? The Merge, right? Because they live in hyperspace. They only come out to breed. I thought I mentioned that a while back. So the Merge, they go through hyperspace kind of quick now. They get to destinations unknown quick. So you have to look at basically what happened to Cancer is it was ripped from its reality, right? Its dimensional realm. But when it stabilized back with reality, it was in our realm now. So it's no longer on the frequency that's Cancer's frequency. Now Cancer resides in PU.432-00. That's prime universe resonating at 432 ohms. So basically what we're saying is when Cancer was ripped through that spatial rift, right? That wormhole, and it came here to our reality, it now resides close to. Nope, it does, because gravitate, we already went over it. Gravitate came in. Remember, he stabilized the gravitational influx, right, which was causing the planet to tear apart. Well, now they resonate at 432 ohms with us, okay? But they're in the Cancer constellation. That's all I'm saying. So they flew from the Cancer constellation all the way to the Kuiper belt. Okay, they're already there now. Like that's since Gravitate released them, it didn't take them long to get here. Now that I think that should have took maybe 21,000 light years or something like that, or 21 million light years or something like that. At least that's the math that they say. It should have took so many light years. So we know that the Merge travel faster than light. They travel in hyperspace. Okay. Now, so while they're traveling, again, they got all these scans going, and ultimately they keep getting little spikes of Cancer or an energy base that they're used to being on Cancer. Let's say like that. That's why originally, Commander Trimble is thinking, oh, did Gravitate know that there was a society of insectums here in this reality? So that's kind of how he was thinking at first. The closer they get, and as things spike, because they're going once the Merge, right? Again, there's this giant dust, right, around the greatest influence of our planet. Our star. So that Kuiper way out there, that Oort cloud and the Kuiper belt, right? That's way out there. That's the maximum effective influence our star has on what's out there. So all those comments and everything be falling into the center. So that's kind of how I looked at it. The asteroids, but out there in the Oort cloud and all that, it's so far from us, and we're so small that some of the stuff to me was like planet size. So you have all of this, the maximum influence of everything our star can pull at, and it has to get through that internal shell. So look at it like an egg, or look at it like a cell, and there are different layers within. So the closer we get to the star, I personally believe, and I don't know, I personally believe that the pressure, it's like going underwater. That's kind of how I see it. The pressure around, the closer you get to the star, the more pressure there is. It's just how I'm looking at it, y'all. So that's what the Merge is dealing with. It doesn't really want to go through all of that, but he's forcing it. And they see the spikes of Cancer-related like type stuff. The Merge can handle it, though. It can handle it. So they continue to keep traveling and whatnot. I also made sure I put in there that it took twice. They spent 2 times recalibrating the exchange signal because again, the deeper you get in, I'm in my mind, the pressure or the forces within change, they alter. There's Kuiper belt forces. That's as soon as you penetrate our Oort cloud, there's things going on out there, and then you come toward you get closer toward Pluto and Neptune and Jupiter. To me, that's a different type of force. Why? It's outside the asteroid field. I'm just telling you how I look at it. And then inside the asteroid field, there's a different layer. So that's a lot of different type of forces, right? You know, the same way you descend into the water and we can only go down so far, and then we need to start putting on stuff. So it's kind of like that. That's my theory behind it anyway. So by the time Trimble finally gets to see the bright blue prey, he's looking through the Merg's optical viewpoints. And with his antennas, he's able to, he sees the glowing planet. To him, it's a perpetual ball of life. Okay, so again, on every other world, there's only so much life. Okay, on those planets were not specifically designed to hold life. And remember, we have an Empyrean core. Okay, right. Every planet doesn't have an Empyrean core. They might have some Empyrean there. That's where life was able to flourish, but they don't have an Empyrean core. So our planet is just a ball of life to a bug. It's the same way, like something see us in infrared, but imagine insects able to see what's life. Without using the pheromones and all of the other senses, you can see what life looks like and you just drooling, right? That's what he's going through. And then, I make sure too his Danger get a little love too, because he's the one doing all the technical work, right? So they basically run some testing stuff. Oh, just one. They basically run some testing stuff. I called it the implementing magnetic force variables and wave scenarios, just to make sure they can deal with the pressure of that pressure again, right? Closer to the star. And then they still have to be able to exchange. Now, remember this. Everything they see when they recalibrate is everything the people on Cancer can see. You feel me? Everybody can see what they see. Antennas eagling possibility may exist. Okay. Once 2S Danger completes the exchange of magnetic simulations, the Ventura enters the internal environment. So they're passing the asteroid belt and they're getting close to that internal. We have Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Yeah? Oh, okay. So because Commander Trimble knows that it's nothing but life there, or to him, right? He looks at it and goes, Commander Trimble gives the order for the Merg to cloak. Its antennas begin to glow and its massive frame fades from sight. It's not really cloak. It's like a chameleon. But these guys, remember, they move around in space, in hyperspace all the time. So it's not good to be cloaked. You got to see where you're going, right? If everybody was doing that, all these guys would be running into each other. But here, you can force them to cloak. So he cloaked. It also said after he fades from sight, Commander Trimble sways the Merg into stealth maneuvers as it slowly stalks the shiny blue planet. So there's nothing like, and ultimately, I guess I can tell you guys because this is definitely what's going to happen. If you're going to stalk something, generally, we watched it here in Animal World and Animal Kingdom, they generally crouching and they approach from something. Well, on one side of the moon, there's nothing but the star. We can't come in. Well, we should. That would probably be dope, but I don't think the Merg can handle the star. So I be loving me when I say I think, because like it's crazy. So the Merg is going to come basically from behind the moon, y'all. I mean, if you're going to approach this planet, that's how you're going to come. We don't have anything on the dark side of the moon, and my understanding is the moon doesn't actually orbit on its axis. Okay, it orbits us, but the same side of the moon is always looking at us. And the other side, until we get out there and we put something on the other side, we'll never know what else is technically, to me, out there. Even when the moon does move. So on a moonless night, and you put your telescope in there, to me, you'll never be able to see what we could see if we had something on the moon. The moon is not inhibited by an atmosphere with dust and dirt and grime and all the stuff we have in our atmosphere. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it, y'all. Again, thank y'all for coming, y'all. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. I eat this up, like I told y'all a couple of times. See y'all later. Instagram, and already dipped on me, right? Also, I said thank you. Appreciate y'all coming out. Remember, y'all got a lot of stuff on my store. Be on the lookout. I think we changed some prices. I think we dropped something a little bit, like $2-3. But now we have more stuff under $20. Okay. So I mean, as soon as you guys ready, make sure this get into the right hands, share it in the right places. Hey, let's get some Flux merch out there, y'all. But anyway, I still got to put this out. Ooh. Well, this WL white looks a little thick. So I might end up next week, Thursday. It might be WL white, y'all. I'm sorry. It might be WL white. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. But it's not. It's. I might. But we're getting ready to go into chapter 5. Are things not what they seem? But first, we need to do Den Han. So we're going to wake up Den Han. You guys remember Den Han from Ningbo, China? Yeah, he's going to be waking up. I'm not going to even tell you where he's waking up at. I like the idea of it, though. Man, I like the idea because, again, remember, I'm telling you guys the story of the Lords of Chaos versus the Lords of Order. That's the story that I'm telling under Flux. But what we do is we follow the Zodiac Guardians, okay, as they traverse all these different types of realities and otherworldly realms, okay? That's who we follow because we can relate. We all can relate with Zodiacs, okay? Other than that, y'all, I mean, I really don't have anything else left for you. I don't see anybody sent me any comments. I see the waves. Okay, y'all. So tomorrow we'll do Den Han. We'll wake him up. I can show you a picture of him, and I can tell you who he is. He is the hero of Aquarius. Den Han, ladies and gentlemen. Den Han. All right. He will be making an appearance tomorrow after returning back from beyond. He will be here tomorrow to tell you what's going on. Well, maybe I should say I'll be here to tell you what Den Han will be doing tomorrow. Okay, we got a couple of pages for Den Han. Okay. And yeah, man, y'all, hey, make sure you come back. Make sure you share. Anybody got any questions? Hey, y'all start typing stuff in and we'll start talking about it. Again, I am working with, I don't want to put no names out yet because somebody told me not to name drop. But I will be I'm thinking about starting, or let's say joining a couple of other sci-fi gurus like myself. People who've been in the game for a long time decide to take their creativity to the next level. So we are thinking about, doing something where we can talk about sci-fi stuff, and it'll be like, we might sell stuff and do giveaways and stuff too, but it's more about the ideologies, the maybe the theory behind stuff, where we thought that show went, what we expected of the show, the pros and the cons. I guess we'll be critiquing. I've been doing this since I was 9 years old, so that put me at about 43. So I've been doing this about 43 years, y'all. I think maybe I should be able to give my opinion. I mean, I think I'm a subject matter expert. It's just me, right? And my term paper, you guys already know my term paper, right? Anything you stayed in school all that time and did, right? So the School of Life, this is my term paper. Okay. And not only did I start with the term paper, I did further research, right? And then I did even more research. And this is what I've come up with, and this is what I'm putting out. So that's kind of how I look at the whole FLUX thing. I've been doing it for 40 plus years. So, any professor that's been doing something for 40 plus years should have some type of ideology or something in the world, right? They should be able to put something out or add value to somebody else's theory, to reinforce it or whatever. That should be something going on. That's what I'm doing. And while I'm doing this, I think that we can join together with a few other creative guys like myself. And, we come up with a podcast that's based around the stuff we do. Even if we get down to like sports cards and stuff, I'm going to use the term Pokemon cards, all of these things, talk about our role-playing games, video games, why that video game, it was like trash and all of that. What was the theory behind it? Did they just throw it together? All these things so we can start critiquing and, to me, bring better value to the people who actually put the work in. Okay? All right. I know. Like I said, I've been doing it 40 plus years. I feel like I got something to say. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming today. Truly appreciate it. Be here tomorrow when we find out what happened to Den Hun, y'all. Ningbo, China. He got shot, remember? He got shot. So let's find out what happened, y'all. I'll see y'all when y'all return. And thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. See you tomorrow.